I didn't expect it to come in the form of a text message. Honestly, I didn't expect it to come at all. But when I saw those words on my screen, I felt like I'd been punched in the stomach. Don't call or come over. We're done. Before we continue, please subscribe to the channel and tell us where you are listening. Your support means everything. I stared at it. For a long time. I couldn't understand why she would say that. My mom. The woman who raised me, who had always been there. How could it end like this? I stared at my phone for what felt like hours, as if the words would magically change if I just kept looking at them. I couldn't breathe. I wanted to reply, but I wasn't sure what to say. What could I say to something like that? I've always tried to be the good daughter, the one who listens, the one who tries her hardest, who never gives up. But this felt like a slap in the face. And when I finally did reply, I didn't know what came over me. I just did it. No second guessing. No holding back. Thanks for the $42,000 lesson, Mom. Then I hit send. Let me rewind and explain what led to that moment. It didn't happen overnight. I didn't wake up one morning and decide I was done. No. This had been years in the making. Years of me trying to be the woman she wanted me to be. Years of giving her everything I had, trying to earn her approval. But no matter how hard I tried, no matter what I did, it was never enough. It all started when I was young. Mum had always been the type to expect the best from me. Not just the best as in, I want you to do your best, but the highest level of success. The kind that looked good on paper. The kind that got attention. When I graduated college, I was expecting her to say something like, I'm proud of you, honey. You did it. Instead, all she said was, Is that it? You're just going to settle for a desk job. It wasn't a desk job, not exactly. But I wasn't in some glamorous position at a big company either. I got a decent job as a junior designer at a small firm, but she wasn't impressed. I thought I'd made it, but for her, it wasn't enough. Nothing ever was. She would always talk about what I could do, what I should be doing. Like her dreams for me were more important than my own. One night, over dinner, she said, You should think about starting your own agency. You have the talent for it, and you're wasting your time working for someone else. You'll never get anywhere unless you do it yourself. At first, I tried to push back. Mom, I'm just getting started. I need to learn more, get experience. I'm not ready. But she wouldn't listen. And eventually I caved. I borrowed money from her. $20,000. I thought I could build something big. Maybe not a full-blown agency, but a freelancing business. Maybe even an online platform to sell designs. She thought it was a great idea, of course. She said, This is your chance. Make it happen. I'm here to help. And for the first time, I thought maybe she was right. Maybe this could be my moment. But it wasn't. It was a disaster. I was too naive. I didn't have the business skills. I didn't know how to market myself. I barely had enough clients to keep afloat. 6 months in, I had to shut it down. I lost every penny. Not just the money she gave me, but the time and effort I poured into it. When I went to her, she didn't offer any sympathy. She didn't ask how I was feeling or how I was doing. Instead, she just said, You failed. You let me down. I gave you everything and you blew it. It hurt. I was already broken, already feeling like a failure, and she just confirmed it. And that was just the beginning. After that, I swore I wouldn't ask her for money again. I wanted to prove to her that I could do it on my own. But the pressure kept mounting. Every time I failed, I went back to her. I needed her help. I didn't want to disappoint her again. So, I did what I'd always done. I borrowed more money. It wasn't just for business anymore. It was for me. To get out of debt, to pay off old loans, to keep my head above water. I was drowning, but she kept throwing me a lifeline. Every time she'd say the same thing. I'm just giving you a chance. Don't waste it. But I always did. Every single time. By the time I was 30, I had borrowed $42,000 from her. It wasn't just about the money anymore. It was about everything she had put on my shoulders. Her expectations. Her hopes. Her need to see me succeed her way. I could never measure up. And I couldn't stand the guilt anymore. It wasn't that I didn't try. I had another idea. I thought a fitness app would be my ticket to finally proving myself. I put everything I had into it, time, energy, and a chunk of my savings. I worked with a small team to develop the concept, did all the market research, and hired contractors. The idea seemed solid, but, as you probably guessed, it failed. The app didn't get the traction I hoped for. Investors pulled out. The market wasn't interested. And before I knew it, I was back in debt. This time I went to her again, asking for help. I didn't know where else to turn. I needed more money to keep the business alive, to keep my dream afloat. I begged. And for once, she hesitated. I'll think about it, she said. Let me think it over. That was the moment I should have realized I was repeating the same cycle. But I didn't. Instead, I waited. I needed her to believe in me, to save me once again. Then came the text. Don't call or come over. We're done. Done? After all I'd done? After everything I'd tried? I couldn't believe it. I felt like I'd been hit by a truck. But, deep down, I knew it wasn't just about the money. It was about everything that had been building up for years. The failed businesses, the unspoken tension, the guilt that I was never going to be enough for her. I wanted to say something that would make her see me. I wanted to make her understand what I was going through. But instead I just replied, Thanks for the $42,000 lesson, Mom. It wasn't just about the money anymore. That $42,000 was a symbol of everything. It was the cost of constantly trying to measure up to someone else's expectations. It was the price of realizing I had spent too many years trying to earn love from someone who would never be satisfied. The next day, she called. I didn't want to answer. I didn't want to hear her excuses, her guilt trips, her manipulations. But I did. And when I picked up, there was something different in her voice. No yelling. No accusations. Just quiet. I didn't mean it like that, she said softly. I don't know how to stop worrying about you. I want you to be successful. I want you to be happy, but I don't know how to help anymore. And for the first time, I realized something. It wasn't about me. It wasn't about my failures. It wasn't even about the money. It was about her fears. Her need to control everything, to protect me from the world in the only way she knew how. But in doing so, she'd made me feel like I wasn't enough. And I had allowed it to shape me. For the first time, I saw her as just human. A woman scared of letting go. A mother who only wanted the best but didn't know how to give it. I didn't need to fight with her anymore. I haven't spoken to her since. I don't know if I will again. But I'm okay. More than okay, actually. Because I've realized something that has taken me years to understand. I don't have to live for her. I don't have to prove myself to anyone. I don't have to be someone else's idea of success. The $42,000? It wasn't a waste. It was the price of a lesson. A painful, expensive lesson, but one I needed to learn. It was the price of finally breaking free. And for once, I think I'm finally free.